Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing another little glam makeup look for the weekend. Let me just position my mirror so that you can see me and I can see what I'm doing. So first things first, I'm going to go in with primer. I am trying to use up the last of my, this looks so sad. I'm trying to use up the last of my Hourglass Veil primer. So I've just been like scooping it out of here and onto a makeup sponge. This is the same thing I did yesterday. If you watched my stream yesterday, I don't want to put too much of this on because I feel like it does kind of give a little bit of a white cast to my face if I put too much on. So just gonna dab the primer onto my face here. Just get a nice clean canvas going for the next half hour of stuff I'm about to layer onto my face. But, you know, another little glam look for the weekend. You know, might end up doing something fun. It's a Saturday, so we'll see. I also am just now getting my makeup going for the day, but that's alright. Alright, primer. I feel like it's all blended into my face. No weird white shadows or anything. I'm going to put a little bit more primer on my nose just because yesterday so my makeup wasn't sticking to my nose, so I just want to make sure that's covered. This is probably not the best way to apply primer, but you know, when your primer looks like this, you gotta do what you gotta do. So face is nicely primed. And I'm gonna go in with my foundation now. Where is my brush? My sponge. Where has it gone? Okay. I'm losing everything. So since I don't have a sink near me, I'm just gonna spray this with my Gross Beauty blender with my setting spray, and I hear that works pretty well anyway. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm going in with my Uoma foundation here. This is my typical foundation. I will either use this foundation or just showing you this. I will either use this Uoma foundation or I will use like the drugstore version that they have. It's like the Sharon C, Uoma by Sharon C version. This one is like a fraction of the price of this one, but this actually went on sale recently, so I got a pretty decent deal on it. But I'm just going to tap my foundation all over into my face here. Trying to focus on my T-zone area just because this is where I feel like my foundation comes off the most, is in this area here, which is, I think, fairly common for most people. I also am using a foundation shade that's lighter than my natural skin tone, so I do want to make sure that it is all blended into my face nicely, blended down onto the neck a little bit. Try not to get foundation on my AirPod here. Here we go. I guess this could be like an ASMR if I'm like patting my foundation right next to my my AirPod, but we're not going to do that today. Just make sure it's all blended into my hairline here, crevices of my nose. Fantastic. Foundation is done. And while I'm waiting to do the rest of my face, or I guess I'm not waiting, as I do the rest of my face, I'm going to put on my lip plumper just so that that is ready when my face is ready. And I'm just using the Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump. I do like it because I feel like it does kind of moisturize my lips like more naturally, because it's, well, I don't know if it's more naturally, but I guess it's using my own body to moisturize my lips because it's drawing all this blood to my lips. So have that on. I have gone out where I've just used this as like a lip gloss topper, like over like lipsticks, or even just like if I have like a little bit of lipstick on, I'll just like put this on after as like a lip color. I've done a couple times too, so pretty versatile product. Next, I'm going to go in with my powder. I've used a lot of powders over the years. The Laura Mercier right now is my favorite, but who's to say that's not going to change in a couple years, because that usually does. I like it because it is a loose powder versus a pressed powder. I just feel like I have like more control over it and I can see it more. I don't know. It's just me. I feel like I just like the loose powder for all over my face. I'm just putting this all over so hopefully my face stays on. I don't think I'm going to do concealer today. My eye bags aren't looking too bad, and I don't have a sink near me to wet my sponge to blend in my concealer, so we're just going to skip that, so no one's going to know. All right, powder is done here, and I actually used, yeah, this is an Ulta brand brush. This one's actually for contour and bronzer, but you know, we're just using it for powder, so that's okay. Laura Mercier does have like her own like puffs that go with her powder, and I just have not bought one of those. I think they're like $20 and I just have never gotten around to it. But now I'm going in with my L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour wear, although in my own personal experience I would not say that this lasts 24 hours, and most people are just not wearing makeup for 24 hours, so if you are, good for you. I start to get tired about midnight. But just putting this on all over my face here. I'm using a Sigma brush. Sigma brushes are my favorite brushes. If you've seen any of my other videos, pretty much you will know that pretty much all my brushes are Sigmas, because I feel like they're a good dupe for MAC brushes. But I feel like this is nicely powdered. So glad I was able to get my hands on this powder, because TikTok blew it up at one point and it was so hard to get a hold of, and I was like, wait, this is like my like powder, like I need this. All right, next I am going in with my, dang it, that was the brush I was going to use for blush that I just used for powder, but that's okay. I'm going to skip the blush today. So now I'm going to go in with my Nars Bronzer. This is in the shade Laguna, and I like it because it's just like a nice matte bronze. It's like probably like a smidge too dark for my skin actually, but I do use this IT Cosmetics brush that I think is actually supposed to be meant for highlighter, but I use it just to like blend my bronzer into my face. I feel like pretty well, up for debate. I just put it like on my cheeks just to sculpt out my face a little bit, just give it a little bit more dimension so I look less like a Cabbage Patch Kid, which I've been told several times that I look like. And I also put it on my forehead just to give my forehead a little bit of dimension, although I really don't have that big of a forehead, so it's not mission critical. And then just a little bit under the chin just to give a little bit more definition to my face as well. Just trying to make sure this is kind of similar. Hair's in the way here. Looks decent. Looks passable. I'll take it. And I'm going to go in with my Ofra, I don't know why it's so dirty, my Ofra highlighter. This is in the shade Rodeo Drive. This is one of my favorite highlighters. It does last a long time. I've been using this pretty much daily since I think November when I purchased this, and you're only like now able to see that like I've started to like use it down. But I like it because it's very glowy, because I feel like my face just like absorbs all the products I put onto it during the day, so it's nice that it is just very pigmented from the get-go. I think probably if I were to take like the extra 2 seconds and like do a wet application of this, like wet my brush before I put it on, it would be even better, but it's a little bit much of work. You can really tell on this side. This is like my favorite side of my face to put makeup on, just like how it glows. This one is decent. I don't know, I just feel like I have like a favorite side of my face. And then just a little bit of highlighter on my nose here. Fantastic. Hopefully my makeup comes out maybe better than it normally does, because I have the windows open next to me so that hopefully like I can look at it in like natural light, just because sometimes I do my makeup in the bathroom and it looks fantastic, and then I get outside and I'm like, this is not fantastic. So that is it, I would say, for like the face products. Now moving on to the eye portion here. So I am going to do my eyeshadow now, which is, I guess, I don't know. I think a lot of people do it in a different order than that, but that's okay. I feel like if I do my eyeshadow as like the very first thing that I do, then I like try to go in with like foundation and everything after, I'll like end up like getting like a little bit into like my eye makeup and then I have to redo it, and I'm just, you know, no one has time for that. So I'm going in with a little bit of eyelid primer here. This is definitely more makeup than I do on an everyday basis. I feel like I do a fair amount of makeup, but definitely not all of this. On my everyday makeup, I would just do mascara, eyeliner, and my brows, and I would call it good. I don't typically wear eyeshadow during the week, although I've been trying to have time to do it, but you know, sometimes I'm just like, I risked my whole career to sleep in for 5 more minutes, and now I need to rush. I'm going to go in with, just grabbing all of my brushes here, just making a big mess of stuff in front of me. I'm going to go in with my Tartelette Toasted palette. I just got this palette a few days ago, so I'm just trying to experiment with the colors in it. If I could open it. I do really like it. I feel like the color payoff is pretty good. I think I'm going to do like a little bit more of a dramatic look today than yesterday, so wish me luck. I guess I can always, like, if I don't like it, take it off. So I'm going to try to go in with warmth and a little bit of cashmere, so I'm nervous now. So I'm going to go in with these two colors here. I'm just going to blend these two and put this as like a little line on my eyelid, and then I'm going to just start blending it in little windshield wiper motions that I think for the beauty girls call these, just like across my eyelid, just as my transition shade from, I don't know why it's called transition shade, I guess from my eyebrow to where the color is. But I try to keep this part pretty natural because I'm just kind of afraid to use colors that are too bold. I'm nervous. All right, blending those two up just a little bit more on this corner here. I do have a mirror that's like right here in front of me, so like if I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm trying to look at what I'm doing. But honestly, I feel like a lot of my makeup looks better on camera because it's further away than it does in real life. Like, I mean, it looks fine now, but it definitely, I think it looks better like on camera than it does in real life. That's okay. So just doing the same thing on this eye. I just put the color on, like, I guess I do like a line of the color and then I start blending it out. So just little windshield wiper motions here, just blending this little transition shade. For the rest of today, I am going to be doing some arts and crafts. So if you're interested in arts and crafts, particularly Disney themed ones, boy, do I have some interesting arts and crafts later that I'm going to try to do, and hopefully they're not like a fail, because I feel like half of the arts and crafts I try to do not end up well, but we'll see. So one more time with this, I just feel like I really want to build this up here. Usually, like for work, if I do any sort of eyeshadow, like I'll go in like once, do it, and I'm just like, that's as good as it's gonna get. I am going to blend this under my eye a little bit here, just so that we have this color. All these brushes I'm using are Sigma brushes, so just going in a little bit under the eye, just so that this color is here. I really like doing the under eye just because I feel like it really ties the whole look together. It just really pulls everything together. And so I am blending, well, same thing I was doing on the lid, but I am blending cashmere and warmth. I was gonna go in with just warmth, but I got scared, so I blended it with a little bit more of a natural color. And I'm going to do a little bit of brow bone color. I'm gonna go in with, I don't remember which of these would be the brow bone color. I guess we'll go in with Sunrise. That might be wrong, but that's okay. I also don't have my eyebrows done, so it's really not gonna like make a difference yet, but that's okay. Just a little something on the brow bone there. And now I am going to, what do I want to do? I'm trying not to make this the same look as yesterday. Okay, maybe I'll just go in with like 2 lid colors. So I'm going to do I'm gonna go in with Flame on like the middle outer part of my eye. And then I'm gonna go in with a lighter shimmer, and we'll just see how this goes for me. Might be good, might not be good. I'm gonna put on false lashes, so no one's really gonna see this part anyway. But I think this could be good. This could be cute. Or it could be terrible. Hopefully it's good. But I'm just putting this kind of on like the middle part of my eye, just like a little bit towards the outer part. Just this nice bronze sparkle here. I feel like you can't really see this color compared to what I already have on, but that's okay. I'm not sure if I overblend my shadows or if I'm just picking colors that are too close, but I feel like that happens to me a lot. It's gonna pack a little more glitter on here because, you know, you can never have too much glitter on your face. At least I think so. All right, got that on there. Ready to party. All right, now I'm gonna flip this over and I'm gonna go in with a lighter shimmer. I'm gonna go in with Candle here, and we're going to just do the inner corner, and I would say like the inner half of my eye that I left. Okay, yeah, this is doing something. We're doing something. We've got something going. All right, just try to brighten up this inner part here. Just try to blend my glitters here a little bit. Okay, one eye looks much better than the other, so that's just kind of how that's going, but that's okay. Okay, I don't really know why that happened like that. Okay. Well, I really like this eye. This one came out good because you can see the lighter shimmer and then the darker shimmer. This one, it all just kind of blurred together, but that's okay. Maybe try to add a little more light shimmer here. I don't know. I don't really know how to fix this. I'm just gonna tell everyone to look at this eye, not the other eye. But I think that's fine and dandy. I think that's decent. I'm gonna call that good on the shadows. But I do really like this palette. I think it has a lot of good colors. I would do like a bolder color, but I'm like a little too nervous to do a bolder color right now, so we're just gonna save that for maybe like before I hop in the shower and I'm just like gonna play with my eyeshadows because I don't want to like do something really bold and then it looks terrible and then I have to like redo a whole bunch of my face I already did. So I'm going to do my little wings now, and so I have this winged eyeliner. This thing is so old, it like barely like comes out anymore, but this is the Rimmel Wonder Wing, and so it's like actually like a little triangle like wing that you just like stamp on. So I really like it, so I will like stamp this, whatever color comes out, and then I will like go back in with like my regular KVD tattoo liner over it. But this just really helps with the wing because like my wings are not great, like even with this, just because my eyes are like so uneven, but doing the best we can out here. So I'm going to go in and stamp this here. Wish me luck. Okay, not bad. And then I'm going to try to like match the stamp on this side. Okay, not bad. Decent enough, but you can see it like barely comes out, so I do have to go over it with another eyeliner here just to darken that up. And then just do my eyeliner. Try not to make this too thick, but I think I've already messed that one up for myself, but that's okay. Really envious of those girls that can just like flawlessly do winged eyeliner every morning, because I didn't get that gift. And I've tried. Just feel like I end up like those memes where it's like putting on winged eyeliner and then all of a sudden it's like the wings like this thick, but this is not bad. Things are not bad. I'm gonna make sure I darken up where the stamp was here. think that's sufficient. I'm going to go in with a little bit of mascara, just because even though I am going to put lashes on, I do want something for them to adhere to. So I'm going in with the Pacifica Vegan Collagen Lash Primer. Sorry, it looks so gross. But I feel like this adds a little something to my lashes. I also have a pretty intense lash routine that I do, just because sometimes I do my own extensions, although I have not done them in a while because, I don't know, I've been kind of lazy and going through some personal things. But put on the primer. I am just going to do like one mascara. Normally I do two, but I'm just going to do one just so I don't like waste the product. I think I'll actually use my cheaper one too. Actually, we'll use the more expensive one to go on. But this is the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. This is like the little travel size one, just because I feel like sometimes when I get a full size mascara, I'm not able to use the full thing and it gets all dry. So I just use the little travel sized one. And I'm just going to put on, just swipe it a few times on my eyes here, because I'm going to put lashes on, but I just want, you know, so that the eyeshadow that's on my lashes isn't visible, and then just my eyelashes have something to blend into. And just doing the lower lash line. I'm a big fan of the lower lash look, so gotta do it. So I sometimes smear my mascara like under my eye, and it is the worst, so I'm trying very hard to focus right now and not do that. I also sometimes will just get mascara like right on like the center of my nose, and I was like, am I a novice? Like, how did this happen? But I think it's just because like I'm trying to like get into my lashes, and the wand will just brush my nose kind of like from where it's at now. But just adding in those little lower lashes. I guess not adding them in, just making what I have visible. So it's funny because I feel like I favor like certain sides of like my face for certain things. So like for like foundation and stuff and like the face part, like this is my favorite side. In terms of like how my eye makeup comes out, usually I like this side better. I don't know why. So I guess just like, I guess it's better. It's like more symmetrical. I was like, this side of my face sucks, but like the eye's good, you know? But in order to like maintain like my eyelashes, like, because I'm like doing my own extensions and like ripping them off, I use this like on my brows. This is meant for eyelashes, and I used to use it on my eyelashes, so it goes for either. But it's the Lavish Lash eyebrow and lash serum. And then I also, this is from Amazon. This was like very affordable, and this lasted me a while. And I did splurge because I'm like, I'm ruining my eyelashes with my extensions. I do have the two of the Grande lash products. I have just like the lash serum, and then I have like the lash like strengthener that's more like a little mascara. And you could put this on like under your mascara too if you wanted. And I think they even make a mascara now too. But that's done. So now I'm going to do my eyebrows, and we'll see how that goes. I'm going to put on my lashes after, kind of once everything on my eye area is settled in. So I do not naturally have much eyebrow. When I do my eyeshadow, I feel like it kind of gives me like a better guide for where I need to go with my products, but you know, we just got to draw something in, so there's something on my face. I am using Morphe products, so I'm going in with the Morphe pencil, and then I'm going to go in with the gel afterwards. So just trying to draw like an outline of what I want my brows to look like, and then I'm going to go in with the gel after the outline is done, just so it's easier to see where the gel needs to go. Some people just do gel, and good for them. I cannot do that. I've tried on days where I've like run out of like eyebrow pencil and I didn't have a spare. I would try to do just gel, and I was like, this is messy, and I would just end up like so long trying to clean it up with a Q-tip, so just not someone that can do that, but kudos to the people who can. I'm gonna extend my eyebrows a little bit more just because the wing is so out here. I also try not to like go too crazy with my eyebrows, so I feel like I'm like, they're not symmetrical, and I just keep adding and adding, and I was like, whoa, it's way too much brow. But that's okay. It'll look good on camera, and it'll look good from far away, so, you know, just stay far away. All right, I think that is good enough for the outline here. So now I am going to go in with, I don't know if that made that better or worse. I am going to go in with the gel portion of this. Just gonna extend this eyebrow a little bit more. Okay, that looks decent enough, I would say. Your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters and not twins, so put this on. I actually used to use a darker eyebrow color, but I just feel like people just do their eyebrows, I feel like, more natural. It's less like of the harsh Instagram brow now, so I do try to do mine a little bit more naturally. So I will like deposit more color towards like the back end of it, and then just like a lighter touch up front, I guess. All right, that looks not bad. Not mad at it. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, this one's like a smidge thick, but this one's always the thickie. I'll always make this one a little thicker here. Not bad. I am going to go in and just kind of feather the front a little bit, just so it is like a little bit softer, a little more diffused up front. I'm like always afraid to like take off too much, so I just don't do this too harshly, but good enough for me. And I'm going to go in with brow gel. I think I'm actually running out of this, but this is the NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel, just to keep my little eyebrow hairs in place and keep the eyebrows I did draw on my face, keep them on my face instead of if I accidentally like touch my face and my eyebrow comes with me, because that's always embarrassing. It's actually why I stopped using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow products, because I felt like that was happening with those. All right, that is done. I'm going to set my face here. This is the Hourglass Veil Setting Spray. I got this because the primer from Hourglass is like so hyped. I'm like, I have to get this. And I was like, well, if I'm like getting the primer and I'm spending all this money on the primer, I probably should get the setting spray, because they probably go fantastic together and it's just gonna hold my makeup in place fabulously. And it does okay, but I don't think it's like, I don't know. I think maybe it's just for like different skin types. It'd probably be great. But just like my face is just so incredibly oily that just nothing can hold it. So one product I do have that I feel like helps with like my facial oil is, this is like the little Revlon, it comes with this little cap, like roller ball, and you should just like roll it onto like the parts where you're oily, and it will take the oil right off without like taking off your makeup too much. So that's nice just for quick like midday touch-ups. So I'm gonna go in with my lashes. Sorry to be boring. These are the same lashes that I used yesterday. They are the Ardell Double Up lashes. I do reuse my lashes a lot just because I do have smaller eyes, so I do have to cut them down to size, which is just like annoying to do. So I just reuse them because I was like, well, I worked so hard to cut this, I'm going to reuse them. Also, because I typically only wear them for a few hours at a time. I used to try to wear false lashes every day to work, and that lasted for a little bit, but just honestly didn't have the time or motivation to do that all the time. So It's really just for special occasions now. But I am going to blow on the lash just so it's like a little bit tacky, just so as soon as I stick it to my face, it'll be like pretty much like stuck there. And hopefully I don't have the dreaded, like when I stick it on, there'll be like a random like line from the glue that's on my face, because I do use a black glue just so that it blends in better to my eyeliner. But I would definitely say, like, if you're just starting out with eyelashes, probably do not start with the black glue. It's like not as user-friendly as the clear glue is. I would not say I'm like an expert in any means at lashes, but I've definitely put them on my face enough times that like I do feel like fairly confident in what I'm doing. So I also wear contacts, so I'm pretty used to like getting close to my eye, but if you're not used to getting close to your eye, there's also kind of that learning curve part that comes with lashes. So one eye is done. I feel like I just want to make sure that the inner corner here is just really stuck down, because that part always comes up for me. Okay, I just lightweight stabbed my eye, but that's all right. We're moving right along. Moving right along here. So one more time for the other eye. Hopefully this part is good. I'm fully prepared for me to accidentally stamp this black eyelash glue like in the wrong place and have to redo all of this, but hopefully that's not the case. I do try to make sure my eyelashes are comfortable on my face, just so I'm not like, I can feel that I'm wearing something on my face, because that's not fun. So I do try to make it so that like I can't feel it. Just like if you're a contact wearer, like when you wear contacts, they're like, if it's incorrectly, you shouldn't feel it. Like you won't notice it there. So although these are not the same as contact lenses, I do try to make it so I'm not like bothered that there's something in my eye constantly. Yeah, I definitely stamped the glue in the wrong place a little bit on this eye, but that's okay. I'm not gonna go back and redo it. We're just gonna keep pushing forward. All right. Pretty on there. Decently happy with the placement, as good as it's gonna get. My eyes like are pretty like uneven, so I just try to do the best that I can with them, but you know, that's just how humans are made. We're not made completely symmetrical, and that's all right. All right, so makeup is done. I am just going to take off the lip plumper that I put on. Put on my lip primer here. So I am just going to go in with a reusable cotton round that I have. I think these were from Kitsch from Ulta. It's because I was going through so many cotton rounds all the time, like with putting toner on my face and taking off makeup, that I decided to get something reusable. So, you know, save the planet, save some money. Win-win. All right, so taking off the lip plumper here. I'm going to put on my MAC Prep and Prime. I don't know how well this does at preventing like the dreaded lip halo after you're like eating and drinking and talking, but if anything, it's just like nice overpriced chapstick. So, you know, I just feel better if I have this on, because then at least my lips are moisturized before I put on lip color. I'm gonna go in with, where is the lip color that I like? I think I just lost my favorite lipstick. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna go with the lip color that is like a little bit more neutral, but not the one I wanted, but it'll work. Because I feel like it's pretty bold. It'll speak for itself. Okay, it's a little too much lip product, but that's okay. I don't overline too much on the top, but for the bottom I will. Just so that they look symmetrical. I'll try to smile when I do it just so I can see like if it looks symmetrical, because I hate when I smile in photos and like it's just so off. So not too bad. bring up this side a little bit. I haven't been doing as like defined of like a Cupid's bow on my lips, just because I feel like that's like the new trendy look, is just to kind of like go over it. But this is the finished look here. So pretty happy with it. I think it came out quite nice, you know. And it didn't take too long, but this is like definitely more makeup than I do on like an everyday basis. Oh, I forgot. Lip color I used is Lime Crime in the shade Sasha. I do feel like it's like a nice, like, it's like a nice lip color without being too bold. Like, I still feel like this is like work appropriate. Like, I wear this color to work all the time. But, so yeah, this is the final look. Thanks for watching with me.